Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here and being with us on this evening, where the main thrust, apart from the show, is of course awareness for gypsams. And very, very briefly, Gypsams does a fabulous job in Gibraltar, providing a listening ear to those people who feel alone, who need to speak, who need to be listened to. And it is a great charity, because despite the fact that we're all connected, well, I'm not, to Facebook, but despite the fact that we're all connected to Facebook and so forth, so many people are so lonely. And therefore, the work that Gypsam does is precisely to connect people who might feel totally disconnected. So I'm going to start the evening by doing something that I normally do when I start these shows, and I'll tell you what it is. We come as individuals, and my function tonight is for about an hour or thereabouts to fuse everybody together so that from being individuals, we all become a group. Because the moment that we can work as a group, then I think that the process will work much, much better. So let me put this here for a moment. And I'm going to ask a number of you to give me a number. A number of you to give me a number. From 1 to 99. All you're going to do is just call out numbers. For example, this lady here.
80.
80. And the lady beside? 23. This lady? Any number from 1 to 99? 98. 98. We'll take a couple more people. This gentleman?
13.
13. This lady? 5. 5. We'll take one more person. This lady over there. Huh?
17.
17. And one more on this side. One more on this side. One more on this side. This gentleman? 24. Okay, so you'll be shooting out numbers from 1 to 90. We haven't prepared anything. And one thing that I really want to emphasize, and I think you will all know this and agree with me, is that I don't prepare anything with anybody. So what happens this evening happens totally by pure art of magic and nothing else. Let me show you the number that I wrote, okay? And the person, can you see this? 5. There's a 5. Who called number 5? Can you come up for a moment, please? A warm round of applause. Sealed open, envelope with a note inside. I'll read this, just confirm. The person who will get the number on the face of the envelope will be a female wearing jeans, a pinkish shirt, glasses. Her number 5 will be the number that I have rewritten on the envelope. I'd like you, in a moment, I'm going to ask you all to close your eyes. In a moment. And with your eyes closed, I will ask you to extend both your arms, just like this. Just like that, exactly as you're doing this. So you can do this now. Just extend your arms and close your eyes. And just listen to the sound of my voice. Imagine for a moment that I am going around this room, and that in your right wrist I'm tying a brick, a very heavy brick. On your left wrist, I'm tying a helium balloon. And the helium balloon becomes lighter and lighter, taking your arm up with it. The brick is pressing down, is becoming so heavy, so very heavy, so very heavy. The right hand feels heavier and heavier, and the left arm feels lighter and lighter. The right hand is falling down because of the weight of the brick, and the left hand is sort of floating up as a result of the helium balloon pulling upwards. In a moment I'm going to ask you to freeze your arms, and at the count of 3 open your eyes, but don't place your arms yet on your lap or anybody else's laps. 1, 2, 3. Now, I see some people, the distance is quite incredible. Okay, you may lower your arms now, shake your hands, and I am going to ask for one of those persons whose body, whose arm movements was so clear that this lady in the middle, would you please accompany me out? Thank you very much. A warm round of applause. Take a seat. I believe your name is Amber. Am I right? Yes. Amber, I'm going to ask you to continue in that frame of mind. Okay? And I'm going to take you back in time. Shut your eyes, your eyelids, just shut your eyelids and just relax. Take a deep breath in and relax. Imagine yourself as a 10-year-old girl. We'll take a huge, we'll take a jump. The age of 10. Okay? And a little step back to the age of 7. And one more step back, say to the age of 4. At that stage, you were running around, you were able to speak, call out, say things that you needed, things you wanted, and you were also becoming aware of surrounding family members, school, and you were learning to read. You knew some words, and by this stage, by the age of say 4 years of age, you were able to read some words, cat, the easier words. I'm going to take you to that period in time. A time where you could read simple words, but of course, much as you wanted to read, because you have that inquisitive mind, it took you some time to be able to read the more complicated words. In a moment I'm going to show you some words, and I'd like you to read the words out. Okay? I appreciate that those at the very, very back might not be able to see the words fully, unless you've got phenomenal eyesight. But otherwise, those in the middle and the front rows will. So I'm going to show you in a moment some words, not yet. And I'm going to ask you to read some words. You may open your eyes now. Just hold it there. Can you read the word?
I feel like I can. Yeah. Duckling.
Duckling. Let's try another one. You see? I'm going to ask you to read this word now, okay? Close your eyes for a moment and relax. Take a deep breath in and relax. I'm going to place this word in front of you and I'd like you to read this word.
Education.
Very good. One more word. Can you read this word?
Exploring.
Exploring. We'll try one more word and then we're going to try something completely different. Close your eyes and relax. Can you read this word?
I'm not sure what it brings to me.
Take a guess.
Smile.
Smile. Thank you so much. Now, we haven't finished with you yet because I'm going to ask you to think of a month, a day, and a time. Okay? The year doesn't matter. Okay? So, think of a month, a day, and a time that would have been important to you. Give us a month.
April.
April. Give us a day.
The 4th.
The 4th of April. And now give us a time.
8 in the morning.
8 in the morning, 4th of April. In a moment I'm going to jot down what Amber has said for future reference. In the meanwhile, I'm going to ask Amber to come back to this room, feel relaxed, and thank you very much. Fourth April 8 in the morning. 4th of April, 8 in the morning. I'm going to put this board, but you know what? I'll hand this board to somebody to hold for safekeeping. Can I give this to you? Thank you very much. We'll come to the board in a minute. I'm going to go around, I'm going to show some discs. I've got some discs in here. And these discs have, I'd like 2 or 3 of you to check this, to make sure that what I'm saying is exactly correct. These discs have a zodiac sign, and also a fortune, or something we may wish on ourselves, for example, health, wealth, travel, etc., etc. So I'll go very quickly around, just pluck a couple of discs and just confirm that the discs are completely different. We'll start on this row here very quickly. Say a couple of discs and make sure that the discs are different. And you may take some now. Okay. Are they different? Yeah. Yes? Okay. Yeah, thank you very much. The discs are different. I mean, there are in fact hundreds of discs with different different zodiac signs and different fortunes. I would like the assistance of somebody, perhaps the lady with the red dress. A warm round of applause, please. I never force anybody to come up. It's only if you want to come up. Thank you very much. Okay, so we're going to do one thing. There's a bowl behind you. To your left there's a bowl full of all these discs. I'm going to ask you to pour the discs into this bag. Pour the discs. It's like a lottery. It's like a lottery, you know? Okay, and what I want to do is I'm going to shake the discs. And you're going to dig your hand in very quickly, just take out one disc. Very quickly, one disc. Did you find any discs? Okay. Try again. Did you get a disc? Okay. So do one thing then. Behind you, there are some white cards. Okay? Take all the cards. Put them in my hand. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when you bought tickets, you were each asked to, many of you were asked, in fact, to complete these question cards, these file cards. They had names, favorite hobbies, favorite whatever it was, where you were born. Not everybody, but quite a number of you. What I'd like you to do is to, I'll show you, I'll leave this here for a second, because you weren't able to get a disc yet, but look, let me show you. Okay? Oh, you can't see, sorry. Okay, don't call the names out. Okay? So I'm going to put this on my hand, and what I like to do is to take the cards, and you break just like this. Okay? And whatever you break, you take the top card. This one? Take it. Put the rest there. Don't call out, if you have a look at the name that appears there. Don't loudly call out the name of the person. You got it?
Yeah.
Do you know this person?
Yeah.
Don't call out the name. You know this person, okay? So concentrate on the person's name. Concentrate on the person's name. It could be 50% of the people here because 50% completed these cards. So concentrate on the person's name. You know what? We're going to do something different. Just tear the card face down so that, again, I don't see it. Just tear the card. Do you remember the name of the person? Tear the card. So the name of the person is in your mind. Place the pieces on my brow, right here. This woman. This woman. Yeah. This woman. Okay? Put it right here. Thank you. It's really comforting. Okay. Give her the pieces. There's no way, the pieces are now in pieces. Okay? There's no way that I can, it's only in your mind. I get the impression that it's a man. Okay. I tell you why I'm finding this so difficult. Because you're sending me so many different sensations of this person, because this person is full of life, really full of life. It's a person who has a lot of interests, but they're very varied, extremely varied. One moment the person could be very serious when it comes to professional life, but then very jovial, very amicable, very caring, very passionate, very compassionate. I also get the feeling that this person is in Gibraltar, obviously he's here now, is in Gibraltar but is also away from Gibraltar. Okay. And I'm going to call out the name. If it is, you will scream. Very charitable person, very, very charitable. I get the feeling that it's Henry Sacramento.
Yes!
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I was confused because there were so many things coming at me that I wasn't sure where I was heading. I need, there are 3 chairs right in the middle. Now when there are 3 chairs, guess what this is? What's that? Musical chairs. We're going to play some musical chairs. But before we play the musical chairs, I'm going to do one thing. I've got a wallet. Inside the wallet, I've got one prediction, and there is only one wallet. I don't have wallets strewn around the hall, dependent on the result. That's the wallet that I'll take out. There's just one wallet, and I will place the wallet here, so you can all watch. With one eye, you watch the wallet, and with the other eye, you watch the rest of the show. So I'm going to need 4 persons to help me. I'd like them to be obviously very careful, because you're going to be playing musical chairs. I don't want anybody pushing each other or whatever. So 4 persons, 4 persons, 4 persons. The 4 ladies there. No, right with the second row. The second row. Come on up. 4 of you. The 4 of you, but remember, no pushing, no fighting, no struggling. We just try and win. Okay, I've got 4 envelopes. Take an envelope each. An envelope each. And I have got 4 hats. But let me tell you something before I dish out the hats. These hats and you, I am extremely conscious of hygiene. So these are not hats that anybody has worn as far as I know. I mean, I bought them straight from a shop. So unless the shop owner has been wearing them. So these are brand new hats. So take a hat. Take a hat. Take a hat. And take a hat. Okay. Now that you've each got a hat and you've each got an envelope, you can decide whether you're going to keep your hat and envelope, or you're going to change your hat and envelope, because I don't want people to suspect that I gave you specific hats. And so it's up to you entirely. I'm going to get out of the way. It's up to you entirely. You can change the envelope, you can change the hat, and you can change your position as well. And I'm going to ask this gentleman, if I may, that's for you, the pen, and what I'm going to be asking you is, they will drop out in a certain sequence, okay? Inside each envelope, there is a number from 1 to 4. At the moment, I have no idea who's got number 1, 2, 3, or 4, and presumably neither have you. So as they drop off, you write the number that's dropped off. Okay. And I will step out of the way. It's nothing to do with me any longer. Follow Eustace's music. When he stops, you stop and you grab hold of a chair. May I have the red? Let's see what number you had. Number 2. You may sit down, young lady. Thank you. I'm going to write down as well the numbers. We started with you on this side with a red one. Okay. You number 2 dropped out. Go for it again. Get up and go for it. Sorry, I forgot. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry, I forgot. My fault. Open your envelope and check what number you've got. Number 1. So number 1 has dropped out. We now try to see who's going to... Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Off you go. Who won? Go for another one, it's not fair. Okay, so the hat goes there. Thank you very much for your help. Yes, I was going to say, this is number 3. Therefore, the winner is number 4. Okay, excellent. There you go. Now, it's your turn now to parade this hat. You're going to parade the hat a little bit. Yes. Parade the hat. Okay. Very good. Now, come on. What number, General? What number did they drop off? It
starts with a 2, 1, 3.
2, 1, 3, and the winner was number 4. Okay? Huh? 2, 1, 3, 4. Let's see where it was on this side. Did somebody remove the piece of paper? It was on this side. Oh, here we are. Take it out, yeah, take it out. Yep. What's it say?
Purple 4.
Wow.
Thank you. This we're going to do now is probably one of my preferred experiments, because it is not confusing, but it's like, you know, as a performer, there's a lot of thinking that is required. Just sort of on the piece of paper where I put it. I'm going to read one person who doesn't need reading glasses or can read with reading glasses, one or the other. So, any of this, perhaps this gentleman? Would you help me? Fantastic. Warm round of applause. Thank you. Lovely. Thank you very much. Right. I'm going to ask you. You're going to be doing quite a number of things at the moment, okay? I'm going to ask you firstly to put your initials, quick signature on the back of this card. But then you're going to look, I'll tell you what we do later, so that's one thing at a time. Just put your initial on the back of the card, sign it. There it is. Yeah, just there. Fantastic. Lovely. Thank you very much. That's what we're going to do. You're going to choose 2 members of the public. Anybody you want. Your choice. On that table there are 3 magazines. You will distribute the magazines among you. Okay? You can keep the 2 larger ones and the small one. You may take the small one. Depends entirely on your decisions. You will check, obviously, that the magazines are completely different than they are. And then, in the meanwhile, I'll rummage around the audience for a couple of seconds, but therefore what you're going to do now is just select 2 members of the audience. Your choice. This gentleman. I will disappear. It's your stage. I'll disappear for a moment. There are 3 magazines. There are 3 magazines on that table. You take the magazine, you dish them out, and then you check out that the magazines are completely different. Okay? And then you can change magazines if you wish. I'm going to go around very quickly here. Sorry, one thing I forgot, gentlemen. For one thing. How many pages are there? Just roughly. This is going to 100,
284.
284, that's roughly. So that's about 200, give or take 200, 290. So if we say, for example, 270, that should be all right. 70 to 80. I'm going to ask you to write a number from 1 to, say, 270. Give or take 270. Up to you. Any number. And in the meanwhile, have a look at the magazine, as I say, make sure that the pages are different, that there are pages, that there are words, that there are pictures, that there are... It's just a normal magazine. Nothing hidden inside, no trapdoors, nothing inside. Will you pass it on to write a number? Write a number, yeah. Inside. Yeah, that's right. Otherwise I'll see what the number is. You can change magazines as well. It's up to you. Change magazines if you wish. Okay, and one more. Write any number. Any number. Done? Any number. From 1 to 275, you said? 270. Done. Thank you. I'll take the pen back. Okay, I'm going to step off. I'm going to step off the stage. I'm going to stand here. Have a look. There should be 3 numbers there. You can decide to open the 3 magazines on exactly the same page number. Okay? You can decide that you will take the first number, you take the second, or vice. It's entirely up to you. You decide what numbers, from the chosen numbers by the public, you decide what numbers you will select. Go ahead. open the piece of paper and just, and again, I'm not looking. Am I looking? No, I'm not. Done? Discussion now? Discussion. Open your page. And when you open your page, when you open the page, have a look to see if there's any photographs, what the page is about, what it says, just a general feel. And don't show me. Because otherwise, I'm cheating. Okay, got it? You got it? Have a look, open the page, make sure that what you're reading. The gentleman in the middle needs to open his page as well. You got it as well? Okay? Here we go. I'm working on 3 magazines. And this to me is the most exciting thing that I can ever do. Because I don't know where I'm going on this. And there are 3 thoughts behind me trying to trick me. Okay, I'm getting a feeling now, I'm getting a feeling. The gentleman in the middle. I'm getting a feeling of shoes. And this lady, I'm getting a feeling of somebody very, very famous. It talks about, the feeling that I'm getting is that it's something to do with dressing. Dressing. There is a picture. Okay, in your case, there's a picture. And the picture shows a man. This gentleman in the middle, I'm seeing very famous artists. Why am I getting Paul Newman? I'm getting Paul Newman, I'm not sure why. Paul Newman is good. Why shoes and Paul Newman? I'm not sure why. And in your case, something to do with hair. Something to do with hair. Okay. There's also a number of pictures of women or models or something. And I'm getting the word Beyonce. In your case, I'm getting this man. I'm also getting Michelle Pfeiffer. I couldn't say anything. Michelle Pfeiffer and there's also mention of another actress who won in 1991, 1992 an Oscar. In your case, this gentleman to my left, in your case, it talks about straight hair no longer being in fashion. It's more to do with curls. And in your case, it's Giorgio Armani. If you look down, it talks about him having opened a Giorgio Armani center in 2015. In your case, there's a shoe, or 2 shoes, two shoes, brown shoes, but there's also, I get a zebra, or zebras. I get zebras. And the word loafer, L-O-A-F-E-R, loafer. Use your loafers, or loafer in the singular. There's a photograph of Paul Newman, Michael Jackson. Beyonce, Rihanna is also in that picture. Okay, Rihanna, if if I'm not wrong, Rihanna, the impression I'm getting is through like the upper part of the picture. Okay. And Giorgio Armani, there's also that he was made an ambassador of something. An ambassador, Silos, the middle that talks about his collection, that's right, his collection was going for the Giorgio Armani collection, called something like Silos, or Silos. And Jodie Foster, is that an actress? Jodie Foster? Okay, so I'm getting a feeling of Jodie Foster in your case, and something she wore designed by Giorgio Armani. And she won the Oscar in, I think the two dates there, 1991, 92, but I'm not sure in exactly which year she won, but it was one year or the other, but both years are mentioned, and it was Jodie Foster. White socks in your case, I mean not your case, I mean the picture case. White socks and zebra patterns in the trousers. If I've got it half right, just drop the magazines on the floor. How right was it? Thank you so much. That's the one you were looking at. Armani, that's right. Michelle Pfeiffer was there. Who was that as well? Jodie Foster as well. Rihanna was here as well, which I mentioned. Beyonce, I think I mentioned Beyonce. And in your case, thank you so much, and thank them. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I haven't done this in quite a while, actually. There's a lot of things I haven't done in quite a while, but this specifically. Can I borrow a human being and a watch? But it's got to be a very easy watch, because sometimes I get very, very complicated watches and I get lost. So I need one member of the audience and a very easy watch. This gentleman, yeah? And now we need one more watch, because I haven't got a watch on. Is that easy? Yeah, it is easy. Yeah, thank you. Take both watches. You decide which watch you keep, you decide which watch I keep. You keep your watch. Let me have your watch then. Is it easy to wind and dine? It's not all watch, fantastic. Okay, we're going to do one thing. You're going to remove the pin, but not all the way, because otherwise we'll break it. Just enough to make the hands go around. Okay. Back and is it easy? Yeah. Is it easy? Yes, it's good. Okay, so twist the hands around as much as you want. Back and forth, back and forth. This is your watch. And now we're going to put that watch behind your back, and I'll put your watch behind my back. Okay? And keep on turning. When you say stop, I will then press the pin in, and you do likewise, and therefore we stop the hands of the watch. Okay? Now, press in. Okay? Now, what I want to do is let's go over it again. Let's go over it again. wind the watch again. I wasn't in tune with you yet. Okay? Go for it. Okay, place your watch face that watch rather, facing downwards. And I'll place your watch facing downwards. So we're going to exchange watches now. You're going to have a look to see where I stopped. I'll have a look to see where you stopped. Okay? Okay? Remember where I stopped, and you'll remember, and vice versa. I'll return your watch to you, don't worry.
I don't mind.
Stand sideways, and you're going to draw the hands of the watch where I stopped, and I'll draw the hands of the watch where you stopped. I'll give you a pan beforehand, because otherwise, there you go. Okay, and move a little bit sideways so that I can't be tempted to see anything or whatever. Now I'll turn my back to you as well. Okay. How's this go? Done? Okay. So, put it horizontal, vertical rather. Let's get together. Oh my God. Exchange. Turn around and count to 3. 1, 2, 3. Thank you very much. I tell you, we try to make it difficult for me. But you're worried for me.
I'm worried for you.
Thank you very much. I'm going to do something some of you might know that I am absolutely passionate about handwriting analysis, okay, graphology. And within graphology there's a branch, forget the pun, but there's a branch that's called the tree test, T-R-E-E test. Why the tree test? I mean, actually in Psalms, King David's Psalm, he visualizes or portrays a man symbolized by a tree, because a tree has the trunk, the crown, the branches and so forth, and also the roots. Just like we have the present, which is the trunk, our imagination, visualization, beliefs, feelings, which is reflected in the tree, in the branches and the crown of the tree, and we also have roots, where we come from, relations, friends, our past. So in graphology, an analysis of a tree is used in order to analyze an individual. And I'm going to do one thing. I'm going to ask 3 of you to join me. I'm going to ask you to draw a tree each. And then I'm going to try and see if I can give you an interpretation, a reading of the tree, and also be able to find out, guess, feel to whom each drawing belongs, or the 3 people will be here. Okay? But I'll be doing this blindfolded. So I need 3 people, 3 individuals to come up. You don't have to be perfect in drawing. All you need to do is just draw a tree, nothing else. So I need 3 persons. 3 persons. 3 persons. 3. Up you come. Wonderful. 2. One more. A lot of hands back there. Just somebody get up. force anybody. You want to come up? Yeah, okay. Warm round of applause for these three. Up you come. And I would need a fourth person in a moment, perhaps this gentleman, in a moment, because you're going to blindfold me. I know you've been wanting to do this for 2 years already. So you'll be blindfolding me, okay? So you guys are going to draw. If you step on this side, because just so we can. I'm going to give you each a piece of chalk. Give you each a piece of chalk. I'll give you a board each, and you draw a tree. But you will only start drawing the tree once I've taken my glasses off, because really without glasses I don't see. But once I've taken my glasses off, and you will position yourself somewhat sideways so that there is no way that I can take a quick peek without my glasses on. Okay? So this gentleman, thank you very much. I know this is revenge time. He and his wife participated wonderfully 2 years ago.
Yes.
And time flies. And it was a really memorable occasion, I remember. I remember. I remember. Okay, so I'll give you this one. I'll give you this one. And I will give you this one. Okay? If you stand sideways on this side, that's perfect. I'll give you each a chalk before I start going under. If you could cut a couple of scissors, a chalk for you. Okay? And in the meanwhile, you guys check that there's no holes in these. No holes? No holes. Real life 50 pence. Charlie? Okay, I shall put my glasses in here. Go for it. Okay, just stick it right there. Okay, that's one. Fantastic, yeah. Just press it. And I put this one up top. Go for it. Yep, and then, okay. Fantastic. Yep. And make sure that the coins are in the eye sockets. They are. Perfect. Okay. Now there's a blindfold on the table. There's a blindfold on the table. You see it? In the meanwhile, will you guys start drawing your respective trees? Let's go for it. Okay, we finished the trees? You haven't finished your trees? Not yet. Make it tight stronger, tight stronger. Tight stronger, because otherwise it might. Tight stronger, so that's okay. Thank you so much. A warm round of applause to the blindfolder. You finish your drawings? Yeah. Okay, so now put the drawings face down. Okay, and mix them up. Vanessa, will you mix them up? Fantastic. So, well done. And give me one. You know, there's a question that somebody posed before. And, okay, so I'm going to say the question that somebody posed before, which I get a feeling is in the air. And what I'd like is, because some of you wrote some questions, and I wasn't going to deal with this now, but I am. And one of you posed a question to me, and what I'd like is, as I say, for the person, I can't see who it is, just raise your hand when I mention the question, okay? Just raise your hand when I mention the question. You asked me, why do I do this? Somebody there?
Yeah.
Answer is, I don't know. I may look a little bit silly doing this. Okay, so I get a feeling that this person, the person who wrote this, drew this rather. You will see? I'm not sure which way the picture goes in on. Thank you. Now my eye decides to itch. So the person that drew this is somebody who's very dependable. Somebody that you can go to. If she's got issues, if you have issues, you can go to this person who will help you, who will. I just don't know which way. I'm trying to work this out by myself, but it's like it seems to be going in both directions, this way and that way for some reason. But, okay, so this is a person that, is very dependable. I mean, you can depend on this person. She's got a very good heart, and I say she because I got a feeling already that it was done by the female in the audience. She's got a very good heart, very kind. Very spiritual in not necessarily in a religious sense, not necessarily, might be, but more spiritual in the sense of, just general caring for people, but also caring for people, but also doing things anonymously, like, not wanting to be. Not waving, this flag, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, I'm involved in this charity, doing this. A good listener, very good listener, very helpful. The person's put up through a lot, and she's been through a lot of emotional moments, but she has proved, and again I keep saying she, and I shouldn't say the gender yet, but I keep saying she. But the person has proved to be very sturdy in everything she does, everything she. I get a feeling that this is Vanessa's. It is? Now you guys hand me one, but don't, because otherwise I'll know who the other one is. Just hand me one. Okay? Okay, very, 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 very active person. Somebody who likes to go out. Is a point in time that is. And when I return this, I don't want any, because obviously if I give this to the right person and the other person says, then I know that there's one left. I want to sort of not say yet whom I think this belongs to. And somebody who is young, obviously in ages, but has got a very good mind. His questions, wants to find things out, wants to know why things tick. I get a feeling that the person is very. Once he takes a decision, it's very difficult to persuade him otherwise. And I get a feeling that he's now obviously developing as his own proper person,
consequently, he wants to take decisions himself without obviously listening to the adults necessarily. Okay? Can I have the other one, the remaining one? Vanessa, will you hold on to this one, okay? And in a moment I'll tell you which one I think to whom it belongs. This one belongs to one of the boys who is, again, very interested in a lot of things, but music or dance. I get a feeling of dance in this, the image of this tree. I get a feeling of very wide interest, again, like the other gentleman, but very wide interest in a lot of things. Could be, I say chess, I don't know why, but I'm saying chess. But music, dance, reading is also very important. Okay, can I have the other one, Vanessa, the one that I just gave you? Okay? Right, I'm going to decide now which belongs to whom. This one, I get a feeling, belongs to the taller guy. If it does, take it. And this one belongs to the young guy. You're all still here. I think we've left already. Thank you so much. Was that right? Thank you, Jake. Oh, bye. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. A very warm round of applause for them, please. I'm going to do this game of cards. I need 3 people to come up, 3 persons to come up quickly. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. I'll go and choose, I won't. 3 people to come up. Anybody? It's a very, you don't have to say anything, you don't have to do anything, you just sort of stand there and grab. Come up! Who else? I need 2 persons. Thank you very much. 3. We got 3 down. Join me up on stage. Cards. Check them, and they're all completely different. Okay? Confirm? I'm going to try and divide the cards, the deck rather, into 3 equal chunks. Doesn't matter who I give what to, say more or less. So you hold on to this. I'll more or less get another half on this. Say, for example, this. And that's for you. Now, you can turn the cards over, okay? And it will each have, obviously, the face card. I wouldn't want you to concentrate on the face card, because if you concentrate on the face card and I see the face card, then it makes no sense. So, we're going to do one thing. Give me each your 1/3. Thank you. I'll place this rubber band. There we go. I'll place the rubber band around your chunk. Just hold it in your hand for a moment, just like that. I'll place another rubber band in yours. And one, there you go. So obviously I've seen the face card, so it'll be no fun if I were to predict the face card. Not any fun at all. There we go. So what I want to do is the following. Hold the cards in your right or left hand, doesn't matter. Okay? in a moment, you're going to look at me. And I'm going to move backwards so that, again, I can't see anything. In a moment, you're going to look at me. You're going to place a thumb at the back part of the cards, and you're going to roll the cards up. When you stop, then you look down, you memorize one card, and you let the rest, then you take your thumb off, and you let the rest of the deck fall. Because the reason I'm saying this is because otherwise, if I allow you to do this, you're going to see 20 cards each. And then when I ask you to send me a card, you'll be sending me each 20 cards, will be the entire pack or whatever, which will be no fun. Okay? So I just wanted to spot one card. So look at me, place the deck just like that. Put your thumb behind. Thumb there. Right there. Okay? Okay? You raise. I don't want to do this, but. Okay, brother. Raise, okay, you swallow the card. Swallow the card. Put it down, put it down. Swallow the card, put it down. Put the cards on the table, please. You each have one card in mind, alright? Send me the cards. Send me the card. Send me the card. Okay, so until I've called off the cards, don't give any indications at all. The diamond, 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 spade, heart. Just mentally, just increase the volume of your thinking. Mentally, just increase the volume of your thinking. I'm going to call 3 cards, because I think I've got the 3 cards in mind already. I'm going to call 3 cards. Seven of hearts. No, I'm wrong. It's the 8 of hearts, 7 of spades, and Jack of diamonds. If I've got your cards, please sit down. I can't get it. I got 1, but I can't get the other 2.
6 of hearts.
And in your case, 6 of diamonds. Thank you very much. Okay. We started off with amber. We start off with amber. And I asked Amber to go into her mind and give us a month, a day, and a time. Okay? What was the day, the month, and the time?
The month was April.
Yeah. April the 4th.
I was at 8 a.m.
Okay? So earlier on, I had a feeling of a date. And frankly, I didn't know where I should write the date to make it a bit more different. So I borrowed a tray, and I stuck a piece of paper on the tray, and I wrote a day, a month, and an hour. Yeah, of course.
You really manipulated my mind. Because I wanted to say 5 and I couldn't. I wanted to say the 5th of April, because it means it's my niece's birthday, and I couldn't. I could only say 4. When I came off stage, my mother says, "You got it wrong, and it's your niece's birthday." So I'm amazed. Thank you.
I'm going to end up. I tell you something. You know, a lot of things that we fall prey to is really manipulation, and I think Amber has subtle manipulation. Okay, because those of you who were there, I never at any stage mentioned any dates myself. I mean, I didn't openly, overtly say 4th of April, 8 o'clock in the morning. I didn't. Okay? So I want you to think of a number. It's a number between 1 and trillion. I mean, it depends how good you are at mathematics. Okay? I'm not. So my numbers will be very, very limited. So think of a number. Each one of you, think of a number. Okay? You have the number. Now, multiply that number by 2. I mean, I keep it very simple because I really need to leave it simple. Multiply that number by 2. Add an 8. So whatever the number is, add an 8. Divide that number by 2. You now have a new number. So from that new number, take your original number. Okay? So from that new number, you take your original number. You're now left with another number. Okay? So, that number, if your result was 2, for argument's sake, then if you consider the ABC, it would be a B, because B is the second letter of the alphabet. If it's E, it'd be 5. If it's 5, it'd be E, and so forth. So whatever your final number was, then convert that into whatever the final number was. Convert that into a letter. Okay? Think of that letter. Think of that letter. Think of that letter. Think of the letter. Think of the letter. Think of a country that starts with that letter. Think of a country that starts with that letter.
In what language?
English, Gibraltarian, preferably. Yanito. So think of a country that starts with that letter. Then move one letter forward. Okay, if you had a F would be G, one letter forward. And think of an animal that starts with that letter. Okay? And think of the color of that animal. Okay? Rather strange. I've never heard of a grey elephant in Denmark. Yeah? Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much for coming. You've been a great audience. And again, awareness of Gippsland. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you as well to Yusuf for his fabulous playing, for entertaining us. Thank you so much, Yusuf. Thank you. Have a good evening, enjoy yourselves, and tomorrow morning you could all be practicing this Denmark, Elephant Denmark